Okay, Pisces. I'm Michelle B. Let's go ahead and do a purpose reading. I found a lovely spread that's all about looking into your fears and doubts that prevent you from living to your highest potential in your purpose in the world. You know, some of us know what our purpose is. Some of us are just already just so connected to um, what it is that we're good at, and what it is that, like, how we serve others, and some of us don't. But I feel like this reading in particular is going to put you in connection with, in alignment with whatever your purpose is, no matter what position you're in, as far as knowing or not knowing what your purpose is. It's just about becoming, like I said, becoming in alignment. So let's go ahead and get started. The first couple of positions are all about looking at your fears and doubts. Oh, interesting. The Aquarius card was in the Aquarius reading. Y'all are having birthdays pretty soon. So we have two kings in reverse. So there's the fears, I feel, are really associated with some masculine energies that are hanging around. Wow. This is all so much like, I've totally shuffled too. This is so much like already dovetailing with the Aquarius reading. Some of these, I feel like some of you who are connecting with me right now probably have some Aquarius placements, and that's why there's a little bit of a bleed over. Often the 12th house for Pisces is Aquarius, so it's like what's going on deep inside of you. So yeah, and also you probably, I know a few Pisces that have lots of Aquarius placements. I, as a Virgo, have a lot of Leo placements, for example. So that can easily happen anyway. So okay, so there's that. That's different. It's just like it's playing out in a slightly different way than the Aquarius reading. But feel free to check out the Aquarius reading for purpose if you are so inclined. Those of you who are, yeah, yada yada, blah blah blah. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the doubts and fears, and then the position below that is all about the core cause of why your beliefs are the way they are. Once you know what the core cause is, you can say, okay, you can use your conscious mind to say, okay, this is what's going on to your fears and doubts, and then you can start to work to get through all of that. So for this, you have these two masculine energies for your fears and doubts. They're in reverse. It's all about, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I'm afraid that if I even try, if people know and they see that I'm not successful right away, I'm just going to look like a big dummy. I think this is a huge obstacle for most people to start working on themselves, to start working on actually becoming becoming visible. Like, in order to serve your purpose for so many people, you have to become visible. I mean, sometimes our purpose is just within our own homes and raising our own children, right? Sometimes that's the case. I spent 15, 20 years in the position of my purpose being just all about raising my children and supporting my family. That's okay. And, then you don't have to worry about being out in the limelight. But I feel like Pisces, because Pisces has these doubts of being successful, the fears of being successful and being visible and being able to, like, speak in a clear manner, in a successful, articulate, concise, frank manner. Because of those fears, that's actually what you want. That we're most afraid of the things that we really, really want. We're afraid that we're not going to get it, right? So, yeah, I feel like you have a huge fear of being visible, of people seeing you trying to become successful. And it's like, if I try and I don't succeed, everyone's going to think I'm a huge fool. Some of this comes because this is the root. This is the same thing that Aquarius got, is that the root comes from some kind of the Empress in reverse. It's a maternal influence. But this one I feel like is a little bit different than Aquarius. The intuitive download is that you saw feminine influences is when you were in your childhood, feminine adult influences, you saw them struggling to become visible, to becoming successful, to getting themselves out in the world. And you, for some reason, it stuck in your head that if you aren't successful, you're going to like suffer embarrassment, very much like those feminines, the humiliation of trying and then not succeeding. But I think something that's really important, I'm going to go into this with the actionable steps that Pisces needs to take going forward. I think that it's super important to remember that there's no such thing as failure. As long as you're continuing to work on it, you've not failed. You're only failing if you give up. So what you saw in your childhood is that you saw feminine influences trying to get themselves out there, not knowing how, not having the proper support. And then they were like, well, I can't anyway. And they gave up. And to you, that was like, you internalized that as like, I will never do that to myself. I will never let myself down in that way. And what you're doing is you're not doing anything because you don't want to let yourself down. You don't want to disappoint yourself. Like the little girl Pisces is going, whoa, I never want to suffer the way that I saw my mother or my aunts or, my godmothers or whatever, the teachers, like all of these adult feminine influences. I never want to suffer that way. Okay, so what to do going forward? The first thing is acknowledging, right? So we already did that. Going forward, actionable steps for releasing those fears. And we had the Lovers in reverse. I feel like the Lovers being here is trying to say that everyone has their lessons. The people in your past that influence the way that you think right now had their life lessons. And they are not your life lessons. Your life lessons are something else entirely. And it feels to me like, with the Lovers being here, it feels to me like the cards are trying to say, the universe is trying to say to you, a big part of your purpose is overcoming those fears, overcoming the fear of people seeing you struggling and working hard. And a huge part of your purpose is to succeed, is to keep going no matter what, and then be successful. And then when other feminine people, when other people in general, even especially your children, if you have children, like anyone, just the way that those adult influences that you had told you the way the world works, it's your job to flip the script and teach the young people in your life the opposite. That success is guaranteed as long as you keep working on it, as long as you seek out the proper support, as long as you learn everything you can, and as long as you never give up. That success is always guaranteed. It's your job to teach them that. That's part of your purpose in whatever it is that you're going to be working for. And let me just check to see specifically what this card was for. I'm pulling up the spread. I love the spread. What steps can I take to nurture my own belief? The Four of Wands is all about commitment to your passions. So just make the marriage. It's the marriage card, right? This isn't about marrying someone else. It's about marrying yourself, about being committed, fully committed to who you are and what you're meant to do in the world. And say, even like you can write it in a journal. You can, put it on a note and put it on your mirror in the bathroom. You can say it as a mantra before you go to bed and when you wake up every morning. I am committed to living out my purpose. I'm committed to living out my highest potential. I will never fall back. I will never give up. The way that the vows that you give when you marry someone, when you commit to someone for your whole life, these are the vows that you need to be creating for yourself, Pisces. Commit to yourself. That is what's going to help you believe in yourself. And the momentum picks up. The more you believe in yourself, the more the momentum picks up in the experiences that you get to have. You believe in yourself more and more and more as you see yourself with every success. So this is where I close out. I love you, Pisces. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'm so excited for you. Okay,